Today we meet Bandito, who is food motivated, friendly, with moderate energy. Gouda is a giant baby, smart and eager to please. Twinkie is happy, fun, and stays neat. We tell you whatever happened to one of the pooches recently adopted. We still have many cats and kittens. Did we mention Dog Alley? It's all on Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
This isn't even what it says it is. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. You sick? So the first pup I'm introducing to you this week is Bandito. He's actually been here for a little while. He did come in with another dog. And besides maybe a little bit of frustration right at the beginning, I would say the stress of shelter life has not really gotten to him. I think his personality has pretty much maintained. His kennel cleanliness has maintained. I wouldn't say he's our cleanest dog ever. He does have accidents overnight, but he's definitely not our craziest, not our worst. I think he's an absolute sweetheart. He loves everybody he meets. He's very open to meeting new people. He has met a family with a couple of kids. He loved the kids right away, so I don't really have any concern about him around kids. On top of that, he's probably about like 3 or 4 years old, so he's kind of out of that puppy phase. Doesn't really get the zoomies or grow super crazy. So again, around younger kids, I don't have much of a concern of him knocking them over or anything like that. Because he did come with another dog, I would definitely be willing to do a dog meet and greet and see what he thinks about other dogs, if he might want to play with them. So far, he seems pretty friendly with everybody, just barks a little bit. So again, it would depend on what your dog thought of him. Kitties are a complete maybe. I don't have any indication in either direction for him. So if you have kitties and are interested, you just want to take it really slow. Our usual sayings, you know. But yeah, I just think he's a really great dog. Loves to rub up against you, loves you to scratch his back. He is fixed. He has all his vaccines. He is 100% good to go. And I really just think he deserves a great home. I think he's really unique looking too. He kind of has a little bit of a droopy face, like a little bit of drooling, only when he really drinks a lot of water. If you watch in the clips, you'll see he's like I don't know if you'll see it if Bob got it on the recording, but he's a little bit clumsy. He'll like lose his footing a little bit. When he goes up the steps, he might slip a little bit. I think he's just that kind of dog where he's just a little goofy, not really thinking about what he's doing. So I really, really like him, and I think somebody out there will really like him too, especially because I really think he can fit into a lot of different homes.
He's got a nice white pattern there on his head and stuff too. I like that.
He's got the spots. He almost, I don't know what his mix is. We never know, but he is definitely unique looking, and I really like him. Does that really count? Does it really count, Bandito? Bandito. Oh yeah. Bandito. Aww. He had the zoomies and he slipped. You're not as young and spry as you used to be, buddy. Yeah, you're very handsome boy. Fetch. Go bring it back. Oh, that's it? You just drop it over there. Don't need it anymore. Come here. You want to see your face, not your butt. Not your butt. I'm here with this boy, Gouda. He's kind of hiding a little bit behind me. He's laying down. He's, I guess, tired from just, you know, being a dog. But I really wanted to show him off because I think he's incredibly handsome. He is just a youngin'. He's probably only about a year old. I mean, his teeth are pearly white, so he could even be a little under a year. But I'm going to say about a year old. He did come in with another dog, and so far he seems to get along okay with other dogs. Similar to Bandito, who we just talked about. He does a little bit of barking, like he acts like he's going to be mean, and then as soon as he gets a quick sniff of the other dog, they're running along the fence line playing together. So ultimately I have no concerns. When he meets new people, he can act a little bit shy, I would say a little bit submissive, but after he warms up and gets very comfortable, he can be very clingy. I was saying to Bob, you know, if you want a dog that's under your feet all the time, our little Gouda here would be a good option. He seems incredibly smart. He wants to please you. He just followed me around this yard. He's a little bit still learning. I don't think he should be around like little kids, but I say maybe even 5 and up could be okay. It'd be a maybe. I'd want to see how he behaves around them just because he can be that little bit shy and nervous in the beginning. New things that he doesn't know what they are seem to freak him out a little bit. We walked by, it's a leaf blower sitting over there, and he kind of jumped and cowered at it.
Was it working at the time?
No, it's just sitting there on the ground. So, you know, when you get him in the home, you might realize there's things he's afraid of that he just doesn't understand. Maybe he's never had experience with. He could have been a farm dog. Him and another dog were just found running, so we don't know, but he was out in the farmland area of Ashtabula County. So he may just not have very much inside the house experience, which is why weird things might scare him. But if you're willing to put just a little work into him, some patience, like get him used to your routine in your home, your people, I think he's going to be an excellent dog. He really does seem like he's going to pick his people and you could get him in agility or something like that. I do think he also could go to a farm and possibly learn to herd. I mean, he's young enough that if you have other dogs that are well trained, he could follow in their footsteps. So if you want more information, obviously check our website, check out his little profile. He is not fixed yet, but he is on our list to be fixed very soon. Other than that, he's up to date on all his shots, so you can definitely still come meet him, bring your dogs to come meet him. I'm not so sure about cats. I kind of like his personality to go with cats because he's a little bit fearful. I think that as long as a cat stood up to him, maybe gave him a quick swat, I actually do think he'd leave them alone. So that works in his favor. But I just think he's an absolute sweetheart, and I know somebody out there is going to have to fall in love with him. All of these dogs can't be that amazing, okay? But they are. He's a good boy. Paw. And now right. Do you know down? Down? Yes. Good baby. Good baby. Ty's a good baby.
Why was he named after cheese?
I don't know. He came in with another dog, so we named him Gouda and Brie.
Oh.
Alright, come here. Go up steps. Where'd you go, baby? This up here, you can still have that. Dropped it. There we go. Now this, you can walk down and go water. I didn't think you'd want to do that, but you could use a bath. So I'm just saying, if you feel so entitled, do a quick hop in the water. It'd be good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
He kind of keeps his tongue at a slant.
You don't need him. You're gonna get dinner, don't worry. Here. So Twinkie here is definitely one of our biggest boys in the shelter. And I say that dimensionally, like he's probably one of our tallest. He doesn't weigh very much. In fact, we're trying to up his weight a little bit, give him 3 feedings a day. He's a little on the thin side, but to be fair, he kind of came in that way, so I feel like he's just kind of a naturally lean dog. Either way, we are trying to put a couple pounds on him. He's probably about 3 or 4 years old, so out of his puppy phase. He does have one of our big kennels on the end so he can have a little more space. Overall, he's a pretty good boy. So he was adopted from us in 2002 and he was returned. So he was with that family for quite a while. They had another dog in the home, and like you guys know, we do dog meet and greets. So obviously initially the dogs got along, and they got along for a while, and then just recently before he was returned, they had a few scuffles and one that got kind of ugly. The dog that he was with was quite a bit smaller than him, was more like a medium-sized dog, so he definitely overpowered that small dog. We were curious as to what, like, because it seemed like that was a change in behavior for him. They got along really well initially and then kind of stopped, so there may have been health changes in the other dog that led to it, or maybe just their other dog was getting older. There was a combination of things it could have been.
Cheating at cards?
Who knows? Yeah, they owed each other money. I don't know. But the person who had him lived alone, and so she had no help to help keep the dogs like separate or anything like that. So she just felt that there was a better home for him out there somewhere. She said otherwise. He was good with food, good with his toys. He was housebroken, all that kind of stuff. So I would say I probably would not put him in a home with another dog, at least not initially, like not straight from here. He may be able to live with another dog someday, but he does okay like around the other dogs. Like when you walk him through the kennel, he's not going crazy. When you put him outside with fences, he doesn't bother the other dogs. So I think overall he is neutral. Maybe he just can't live with them, or maybe he can. There was just something between those two dogs specifically that wasn't working out.
Maybe the other dog initiated it.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's so much bigger, he easily could have hurt the other dog without even really meaning to. It could have just been a little scuffle over nothing. It just was a little bit too much. So overall, probably no other dogs, but maybe someday. Cats, I don't believe we have any information on. He doesn't seem to have a ton of prey drive, so you'd want to take it very slow just in case, because he is a big boy again. Overall, I think he's a pretty laid-back kind of dog. I mean, you'll see in these clips, he doesn't really do too much until we kind of get him going, get him interested, give him some treats. He doesn't know too many commands or know much about leash manners or anything like that. Not that he's terrible on leash, but just know you're going to have to put a little time and training into them. That's what, I mean, every dog you adopt from here, you will have to put a little work into. I don't really have any concerns with him around kids. He seems like he's bigger, but his energy level's not crazy, so he could do well with a family as well. So I'm hoping to get him out of here pretty soon just because he is so big. And again, I'd like to see him put a little more weight on him. How you doing? Think you can come lay down and watch everybody?
Do you want to cover Ashley up with sand?
You want to go sandcastle?
Yeah, sandcastles.
Come here. What's that? What's going on? I thought he'd at least want to play for a little bit. Like,
I was just saying, has he been in his kennel all day?
No, he was out
Okay.
for a little bit this morning, and he does go to a bigger space. So to be fair, he probably got all his energy out already. But what?
There's a few. I'll take a dog out that's crazy, and I'll run him down the street and back, and put him back in, and then go get another dog. And by the time I'm done, the first dog's jumping all around wanting to go again.
Right. That's what I'm just saying. I just thought he'd at least, he didn't even go around and sniff anything. He just right to the sand. Does that feel good?
Maybe the breeze feels good.
Yeah. Paw. You know how to get paw?
You want to read magazines?
Yeah. Want to read a book? Oh, you get a belly rub. He wants a belly rub.
Heck, I wouldn't mind one of those myself. Twinkie, do you get... I used to with my dog, I'd give her a belly rub and then I'd lay down and roll over. No, it's my turn, but she
Yeah.
never
Watch your
reciprocated.
head. You're silly. There you go. Now he's up and moving around. Do you realize how much more space you got now?
You've been here before, I bet.
Nobody's over there right now. Come here, Piggy. Come here. Want cookies? Come here. Sit. Sit.
Yeah.
You know, paw. Shake. Your paw. Don't know that. Don't know that one. Do you know down? Down. No. No, quite right. Sit.
Do you ever think that maybe one of these dogs, they speak like French or something, Spanish?
I have definitely wondered about that. Every once in a while, I'll try it just for fun. It don't usually help. We had one. It was a stray, and when it got picked up as a stray, we found out that it did know the commands in German. It was one of the German shepherds. You know, the guy did this training in German, and that was interesting. Okay, come here. Up, up, up. Good boy. Good job. Good job, Piggy. Good.
You gonna go in?
Wanna come down and get swimming in the water. Come in.
Welcome to Ask Ashley, except today it's going to be Tell Ashley, and not Tell Ashley Off or anything like that. So, recently I was at a concert at the Asheville Arts Center. It was an outdoor concert, and at intermission, my daughter says, "You're going to go walk around and say hi to all the dogs?" And yeah. And the first one I came to, there were two people in the kind of seats that they usually have for outdoor concerts, you know, like cloth, and they have drink holders, and there were 3 seats. There were humans in 2 of them, and in the middle was this dog, and this dog's tail's going, and he's very happy. So I said, "Can I pet your dog, because that's what you should do."
Good job, Bob.
I'm catching on. And I said, "What's his name?" And they said, "Phineas." And I said, "Where'd you get the dog?" "At the APL." "Recently?" "Phineas!" So, because I knew Phineas from here. That was at the Asheville Arts Center, and in April, during the eclipse, right, there was another dog from the APL that was there. So, apparently people that adopt from here let their animals experience the arts a little bit.
Yeah.
So, so that got me thinking, why don't we have, especially maybe alternate with Ask Ashley, if you have a dog or cat from the APL, and if you wanted to submit a photo and maybe tell us a little bit of what the dog's name is now, if you've changed it, and what the name was here at the APL, how things are going, what kind of things you do with your dog. I know Ashley, when she's out when we're out doing the dogs, she always likes to say this would be a good dog to walk with, or if you want a dog that just sits on the couch with you, that kind of stuff. So you can tell us what kind of things you do with your dog, if you go hiking, running, walking, or just sitting around. Any like little stories.
Yeah.
So, and then we can feature those once in a while. But you know, Phineas, he's in great spirits, and I just always like the fact that dogs, they live in kennels like this, confined areas. They get out and they just adjust.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So you have a story to tell. Before you do that, though, before I forget, if you do have something, a dog you'd like to mention, email it to me, Bob Leb, BOBLEB @me.com, with your pictures and all the details.
Yeah, that would be great, because I love to hear adoption updates. I love to hear if I'm wrong. Sometimes I think a dog, oh, they're so active, they're going to want to play all the time. And then sometimes they get the dog home, and after a couple months, they're like, nah, he's pretty chill, you know. And, you know, it's just shelter life can make them behave a little differently than they actually are. Speaking of that, we have a friend in the neighborhood that my dog made friends with, and I recognized him when they were playing the one day, and I said, is that Gru? And the guy said, yeah, it's Gru. I got him at the shelter. And I said, I work there. I recognize him. I remember him. And let me tell you, so I live in Conneaut, so they're in Conneaut, and Gru walks all over that town. Like, he owns that town. Even in the winter, I'll see him out during the best part of the day. He wears a little, it's like a little coat with little bear ears on it. And in the summer, you can see him walking super early, or like in the night, in the evening when it's cooler. So yeah, it's great to see Gru out and about. He got an excellent home, that's for sure, where they get lots of activity. And Gru's a little dog, and he loves it. So I love when he comes over, and me and him play together. They're great friends. So yeah, I would love to hear more adoption stories.
So let us know, bobleb @me.com. And we'll do that, and we'll do Ask Ashley, maybe alternate.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. All right. All right, so this little one here is Sheldon. Let me check really quick. Okay, he's not fixed yet, but he will be very soon. I just want to say we still have kittens here at the APL. I mentioned it last time that kitten season had really fully begun, and now it's just in full swing. I was just telling Bob that last week or 2 weeks ago when him and I filmed, there were like no kitten adoptions pretty much for like a week, and then just in the last week I would say they've really picked up and a good amount of our kittens have gone home, but we still have quite a few. And now the problem is, because people are picking out their kittens and picking from different litters, we have some solo kittens like little Sheldon here. He's all alone in his kennel, and apparently according to our kitty staff, he's quite a talker, quite a screamer, like really needs a lot of attention. So I will say sometimes what we do when we have solo kittens is we try to pair them with, you know, either another litter or another solo kitten so that they have some company and some playmates. Similar to dogs, it's really important at a young age that you socialize them and let them have playtime. It's a little different, we know, between dogs and cats, but still, especially living here at the shelter, their day is so boring for the most part. Don't get me wrong. We have tons of amazing volunteers that help make their days more interesting. Oh, I know. Yeah, but see, he said he's bored. He's bored. He wants to climb all around on me because he just wants something to do. I know, but you can't. You can't. He's purring like crazy right now. So if you were interested in adding a little fluff ball to your family, now is the time. I know. Okay. See, I speak cat, and Sheldon is telling you guys it's time to adopt a kitten.
Oh, cute.
All right, so we featured one kitten. Now we'll feature an adult. This is Crackle. Now, he was an owner surrender, so we do know, you know, what kind of home he came from and everything. And I believe he did live with kids, so if you have kids, they wouldn't bother him at all. And he did come from a home with another cat, so again, no concern there. So Crackle really could be a good addition to pretty much it. Do you want to get me? Do you want to get me?
Ooh, he's got those claws out.
They're out, but they're not
So
really.
he's not-
They're not really getting me.
Oh, so he's
just
being
playing.
nice,
He's just
yeah.
playing. Yeah. He's a sweet boy. Yeah. I think he's a very sweet kitty. He definitely is young and has plenty of energy. So if you've got either other young cats in the house or young kids in the house, like, he'll want to play for sure. I'll say for the first little bit he was here, he was definitely like frustrated and bored, kind of making a mess of his kennel a lot, things like that. But I think he's figured it out now that like this is it. This is all the space he has for right now, and he's okay. But he definitely would love to get back into a big house, I'm sure, or even a small apartment. He won't know. He'll think it's big. He'll think it's big compared to this little space, you know. He's even got a double little space here, but oh, hi. Hi. You can see he's just happy to have some attention. The second I walked up to his door and opened it, he started meowing at me. Now he's just got his one little paw on me. He's going to make biscuits on me, and that's okay. We allow that, huh? He's purring away right now, by the way. I doubt you can hear it. Yeah, he's been here for a little bit, and I don't really know why. I think he's an absolute sweetheart, so I hope someone comes and picks him up soon.
until the day